How's it going, everybody? I'm Lewis and we've got a new update from the old school RuneScape team. This is Hell Rats, Fairy Rings and perks. So let's start off this week with the new way to kill Evil Dave's hellish rodents, the Hell Rat Behemoths. Inside of Evil Dave's basement in Edgeville are some extra large Hell Rats, each of these guarding 4 dose pots of spice. You won't be able to get inside of the giant Hell Rat rooms yourself, however you can send in your cat to do the job if you've completed the Evil Dave section of Recipe for Disaster. If your cat wins, you will get a guaranteed 4 dose pot of spice, which should hopefully make collecting the ingredients for stews much easier. If you're interested in doing this, here is a couple of tips. First of all, fully grown cats will struggle to take down Hell Rat Behemoths. Kittens will die instantly, however wily cats will stand a good chance. You can also help out your cat by passing it fish or milk during the fight in order to heal it. If you happen to run away, the fight will be cancelled. However, if your cat dies, you will lose it permanently. For those of you who don't know or you've forgotten how to make your cat wily, here's a quick explanation. Fellcrash in the Port Sarim Rat Pit can train an overgrown cat into a wily cat after completing the Rat Catcher's quest. And if your cat was once wily but has gone back to being an overgrown cat, you can train it back up by making it catch rats. Additionally, with this update, they've tried to improve the cats by fixing a bug where cats would occasionally try to turn into the wrong state when they, well, essentially evolve or grow up. This would mean that, for example, a kitten might end up trying to turn into a kitten when it gets to the stage it needs to advance. So therefore you'd end up having a prolonged life of a kitten. Next this week we've got the Fairy Ring favourites. Fairy Ring teleports now have an option for flagging your favourite codes and therefore making them much more accessible for you to choose. You'll be able to have 4 favourite codes that you can access. Next, Skill Cape perks and upgraded rewards. The Quest Cape now offers a perk of unlimited teleports to the Legends Guild, putting you by the gate close to the Fairy Ring. The Skill Cape of Magic previously worked a bit like Spellbook Swap, so your Spellbook swapped itself back after you cast a spell. However, the Skill Cape's perk is now a permanent spellbook change, effectively saving you a trip of going to an altar where the spellbooks are normally unlocked. However, this perk is still limited to once a day use. The Achievement Diary Cape now offers 5 teleports to the Diary Masters each day. This includes the 4 tiers of Karamja Diary Masters, as well as Twiggy Corn in Draenor Village. The Smithing Skill Cape perk has had its perk changed from replacing the effect of the Goldsmithing Gauntlets to making your coal bag capable of holding 36 coal instead of 27. However, this extra capacity is only available when the Skill Cape is equipped. And the Fremenic Sea Boots 4 now offer 5 free teleports to Relic each day rather than just 1. Next, the Trimmed God Armour. Armadil, Bandos and Ancient, which is Zaro's armour, can now be traded and equipped in free-to-play worlds. However, this doesn't mean it's easier to get. You still only get this stuff from treasure trails. It just means more people have access to it, and fingers crossed, the prices of it will rise because there'll be more demand. Next, Stunning the Sire. When the Abyssal Sire is in its stasis chamber at the start of a fight, the 4 shadow spells have different chances of stunning the Sire. Shadow Rush has a 25% chance, Shadow Burst has a 50% chance, Shadow Blitz has a 75% chance, and Shadow Barrage has a 100% chance. Don't worry, even if you're unlucky with the shadow spells, or you're using a different type of attack, the Sire will eventually become stunned after it's taken enough damage. Finally, this week, in other news, we've got some quality of life updates and bug fixes. Drinking any kind of anti-poison will no longer decrease your poison immunity. The EOC event from the 1st of April has now concluded. Players who unlock the Cabbage Skill Cape or the Cruciferous Codex should henceforth be able to reclaim them from Diango or a player-owned house toy box. If you missed out on getting those rewards, don't worry, you'll be able to get them next year when they do the April Fool's event. A permanent fire has been added near the Barbarian fishing spot, and the right-click options on the Varrock, Camelot and Watchtower teleports have been adjusted slightly to make them more convenient to configure. Unfortunately, at this time, they're unable to make the same changes to teleport tablets, since inventory items don't have the ability to rearrange their options like they've managed to do with the Magic Spellbook. It's no longer possible to plant Mithril Seeds in the Elemental Workshop upper level. The Regen Bracelet will no longer cause your boosted hit points to decrease by 2 rather than 1. Several typos have been fixed in Icarin's Little Helper quest. And the task to create 20 mahogany logs at the sawmill will now complete consistently. All in all, this seems like a pretty great week. A lot of content from the most recent content polls, except for, I'm going to say, these quality of life updates. I can't remember any of these really being polled, and I'm rather disappointed in the fact that they've just added them without even talking to the community about it, or at least posting it on the main website. Perhaps people are talking on Twitter and Reddit about this stuff, but that isn't and shouldn't be the official place for old school RuneScape updates. One thing that's quite easy to point out here is that last month's month ahead post was not actually posted on the main old school website. I had to find a link to it on the 2007 Scape Reddit. I mean, obviously it was on the forums, because that's where they put the month ahead posts, but the fact that they didn't post it on the main website is really concerning, and I'm very disappointed with the old school RuneScape team about that. If you want to watch my video on the April Fool's event, please click here for old school RuneScape's EOC. And if you want to watch the latest old school RuneScape poll, please click here for bank holders and skill capes. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and share, and if you want to keep up to date with the old school RuneScape updates, dev logs and polls, please subscribe. I've been Lewis, thanks for watching, goodbye.